Kathy is an ICU nurse in California, and she claims everything these nurses have been saying so far today is true, and that she and her coworkers have been begging for N95 masks to no avail. She claims the hospital just keeps saying regular surgical masks are fine and allegedly making them reuse masks. Now, she claims she was exposed to COVID-19 just the other day. And this, to get right straight to the point, Kathy, you're having to use surgical masks when you really should be using N95 masks and being told that that's okay when you know and they know that's just not the case.
Correct, Dr. Phil. Again, I want to thank you for getting our voice out there. I'm a very outspoken person. I have worked at this hospital for 12 years, so since I was a new graduate, and I had to advocate for myself. I was part of the rapid response team, so I got to take care of these COVID patients. And was able to obtain an N95 and went up to the floors to assist the patients that were in distress on the COVID unit. And those nurses that are working firsthand with positive and rule out patients are not allowed to wear N95s. They're allowed to have one surgical mask, and that's it for the whole shift. Their
Wow.
N95 is locked up in their manager's office.
Okay, well, this is my belief, and I've said, you've heard me say this already today, but I believe that nurses are the backbone of the whole medical system. And I understand that the hospital has threatened to fire people for, quote, destroying hospital property if you don't use your PPE for a week. Is that true?
It is true. There was a huddle telling us that you're going to be given one mask and you need to make it last 3 to 5 days. And if you don't, there could be consequences. So a nurse, when she heard this, said, "Well, oops, I guess one of my straps will break." And management responded that we are keeping track of what masks you sign out. And if we see that you sign out too many, you will be disciplined and up to terminated for destroying hospital property.
That's astounding to me. And you have voiced what I'm concerned about, which is that this whole process, COVID as the disease and all the trauma of having to deal with it, is having a psychological impact on the nurses, the doctors, certainly the nation, but that this is having an impact on all of you guys mentally and emotionally.
It is. We don't say it's PTSD. We call it it's moral injury. It's when they're making us do things that we know are wrong. And I'll tell you, 99.9% of nurses will say they're not worried about themselves getting sick. They are worried about being the vector. They are worried about getting the patient that's there for a totally different reason and giving them COVID or bringing it home to their children. My coworker that loves his children is sleeping in a travel trailer in his driveway and only gets to FaceTime his children because he's exposed throughout the whole hospital as a rapid response nurse. That is not okay.
And that wouldn't be the case if you had the proper equipment. Then you could go home, take all your clothes off, shower, all of that, and know that at least you had been protected from droplets, transmission of disease if you had the proper protective equipment.
Correct. Especially when it's everywhere.
So thank you so much for talking to me and telling us what's going on here. And God bless you for being on the front line.
Thank you, Dr. Phil, and thank you for getting our voice out there. I appreciate it.